Hello everyone and welcome to another wonderful replay with me, Stanimal. Today I'm platooned with my two friends, Red Jacket and the Mormon Elite Tanker Clan. I have no idea why those other two tanks are the same color as my platoon mates. It's really weird. But I have Red Jacket in a T-40 and also accompanying me in a Hetzer is Crusader 1111. We are all from the Mormon Elite Tankers Clan and we're going to be playing down the 2 line today. I believe Red Jacket took his T-40 into play rather than his Hetzer, so that we can have a little more view range. The T-40 still does have a derp gun on it. I do not know how well it compares with the derp gun, the 105, on the Hetzer, but he has much better view range than we do. That's one of the downsides of the Hetzer, is that it has a really awful view range. You can see, if you look at the mini-map, how small this blue circle is. For those of you who do not run XVM, this actually shows me my maximum view range whenever I'm doing what I'm doing. You will see it increase when I'm stationary for a long period of time because I do have binocular telescopes, but that is just to make it bearable. I mean, the view range on this TD is just absolutely awful. I take a nice long-range shot at this M8A1, which soon dies. I don't know what he was trying to achieve or what he was thinking he could achieve with that. I don't know where that shot was planning on going, but just taking some random shots here and there. Just trying to get lucky, really. Maybe it was a shot at that Churchill. Trying to blind fire that Churchill. I don't know, I guess I'm trying to get all artsy. But here we go. We spot a Crusader here. And unfortunately, my T-40 friend gets spotted while doing this. We're all trying to take him out quickly. If you look over, the T-40's Red Jacket's now getting hammered, and he is now dead, which is really unfortunate because there goes our view range. So I'm going to have to take out this Crusader as quickly as possible to spot the rest of us. And I get spotted here. I don't know from what, but I do know that our friend Red Jacket got killed. Nice shot by the by Crusader 1111. Our T-40 was actually killed by a Cruiser 2. If anybody know the Cruiser 2, it usually has a 3.7-inch howitzer on it, which is really, really harmful to most tanks it fires. So I did not want to get shot by that, so I backed off. Luckily, that Crusader was killed by my good friend and by a good friend Crusader. And so now I'm going to start bush hopping. I have to be very, very cautious. Crusader shows his sentiments and says he's going to die. Well, we'll see about that. Now we have this T1 Heavy. Now, I do not mind the fact that this T1 Heavy is just going straight into the enemy front. He is going to learn very quickly that that's not a good idea, but he's going to get some spots off, and, you know, as Jingles likes to say, never underestimate the power of teamwork, because it gives the enemy something else to shoot at. Now, this is a bad situation here. The T1 Heavy is getting hammered by something that he cannot see, and as much as I would love to just pop in these bushes and throw on my binocular telescopes and spot it, I don't think that's going to happen. This tank does not have the view range for it, and I really can't do all that much. However, Biden-Hander knows what he's doing. He's a great scout player, and he's just going right up to see what he can spot. And it gets to the point about now that I realize he's getting far enough away that my accuracy is really going to become an issue. So I'm going to move forward, and so that way I can get better shots of whatever he spots, because he's going really deep. They must be really deep in there. And here we go. Here's a DW2, and I get 65 damage. Track him where he is, and I get a second shot on him. And then I turn my attention over to the Modder 2, because that's usually a one-shot for me, and has a very, very powerful high-penetration gun. And I don't know if I hit his tracks or if I hit his lower superstructure, but I was not able to finish him off, which is unfortunate. Or, sorry, I wasn't able to get him in one shot, but I was able to finish him off. And so now we've anything down the 2 line is now obliterated. And I'm going to be going off to try to maybe sneak a kill on one of these artillery that our wonderful Panzer 1C has spotted. He did a really good job this game. Get a good shot there. I was able to track him, I think. Either that or he just stopped, but I wasn't able to finish him off. Another shot that goes in the tracks. That shot went high. Looks like I won't be able to finish off the artillery today. But now I realize that we were down by 3 tanks. And while Crusader's going to be letting them have it, giving them good news down south, I want to try to help out up north. Again, a very random shot there. Yeah, you never know. I mean, it's more of an intimidation factor than anything at this point. But you do have to be careful with the Hetzer. You don't run out of ammunition. It only holds 20 rounds of ammunition. So, pop in here, see if I can't spot anything. I realize that even with that boost, I mean, my view range is so poor. Hopefully that T-49, there we go, the T-49 comes back. I get distracted by artillery, because that's just normal. And I'm able to finish him off, so makes me feel good about that. But now I realize we got some people back at base. They're spotted. Crusader's doing a great job spotting them, but he does not live through this battle. But both of these guys are one-shots anyways, and I believe I'm able to finish off this Churchill. So there we go. And now with no tanks initially spotted, we have to figure out what we want to do. So, I decided to go where the scout is. And here we go. Here's Unpaired Pants, love the name. And he just pokes over there, and I'm able to get a shot off. I don't know who he was shooting at. Maybe the Bison. And now I'm going into AP rounds. I am running really low. Now don't ask me why I have AP rounds on this tank. I must have made this ammunition loadout a long time ago. And now I'm taking shots, and I can't spot them. That's how bad the view range is. And if this was a fully upgraded T-40, I'd be dead by now. I know that the top gun on this thing has great penetration, but he's probably stock and he's bouncing off of my frontal armor, damaging my tracks. Get the final AP round in there, and luckily I'm able to hit a more or less flat surface and take him out. And now I have my 2 heat shells left. That's the only thing left in my tank. But I already have a top gun. Pretty sure. Gets me every time I watch this replay. Very, very close shot. I have 2 rounds left. I think we got this game. It's just a matter of how many more kills I can take care of. Now, both of these tanks I can probably one-shot with this ammunition, and the idea comes to mind that I could get a Faden's Medal out of this. So, hello, Gorilla. And I'm just going to zero in the shot, and boom. So now I am in position to get a Faden's Medal. Let's see if I can do that. So last spotted, there's the Panzer III Alpha A. This is a very long shot, so I'm trying to zero in on him. I just don't want to take this random shot. And now, for instance, he's stationary for some reason, and boom, there it is. There it is. 8 kills, a Faden's Medal. Super, super happy with that result. Good times, good times. Just going into a round, just wanted to derp around with my friends. I ended up getting a Faden's Medal and 8 kills. Which is just absolutely excellent. Had a great time playing this game. I wish I actually was able to save the audio recording from when I first played it, because it was just awesome. We were all on TeamSpeak, and I was just getting up and dancing. It's a lot of fun to play this tank, and especially when results like that happen. 8 kills and a Faden's Medal, not bad at all. My replay is on Watt Replays at the moment. If you just search up Fanimal, you'll be able to see the actual stats from the game. But still, I pretty much got about 2,000 damage in that match with a Tier 5 game. Wasn't disappointed with that at all. Good times, great tank. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, then go ahead and subscribe. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me why. Yeah, go ahead, trolls. I'm just leaving it wide open for you. Wide open. Alright, see you guys later. Have a great day.